Enjoy your trip to Japan, Tohoku region. The Tohoku region is dotted with Japan's beautiful nature and historical sites, and has many attractive tourist destinations for foreign tourists. This time, we will introduce some carefully selected little-known tourist spots in the Tohoku region. Ores Gorge, history and highlights of Ores Gorge. In Aomori Prefecture. History of the Ores Stream. The Ores Stream is a 14-kilometer-long mountain stream that flows out of Lake Tawada, which straddles Aomori and Akita prefectures. This stream was formed when water flowed out of Lake Tawada, a caldera lake formed by volcanic activity about 20 million years ago. Historically, the Ores Stream was considered a sacred place by the Ainu people. The name, Ores, is said to mean, many water streams, in the Ainu language. During the Meiji period, Ores Gorge began to attract attention as a tourist destination as Japan modernized, and nature lovers, painters, and writers began to visit this beautiful stream. In particular, the Japanese painter Kai Higashiyama has created many works based on the scenery of this mountain stream. Places to see. Ashigedo is a typical scenic spot in the Ores Gorge, where a large rock forms a cave. This place is known as a place where travelers took shelter from the rain during the Edo period, and is still popular as a place where tourists can take a rest. The surrounding scenery changes beautifully with each season. The flow of Ashura. Ashura Stream is a place where the most dynamic scenery unfolds among the Ores Gorge. The strong current of the water carves the rocks, giving a sense of the powerful force of nature. The name of the stream comes from Asura, the Buddhist god of war, and expresses its fierceness. Kumoi Falls. There are many waterfalls in the Ores Gorge, but Kumainotaki is one of the most beautiful. The waterfall has a drop of about 25 meters, and was named Kumainotaki Cloud Waterfall, because the water that flows down from the waterfall rises up like clouds. The waterfall is surrounded by a tranquil forest, creating a mystical atmosphere. Choshiotaki, located at the lowest point of the Ores Stream, Choshiotaki is a majestic waterfall with a width of about 20 meters and a drop of about 7 meters. This waterfall is a popular spot that attracts many tourists because of the impressive sight of the water flowing out of Lake Tawada in one go. Negative ions float around the waterfall, providing healing to visitors. Promenade. The Ores Gorge has a well-maintained walking trail along the river, allowing you to take a stroll through nature. You can enjoy the scenery of each season: fresh greenery in spring, cool shade in summer, autumn leaves in fall, and snowy scenery in winter. You can choose from easy walking trails to longer trails, so you can plan your trip according to your stamina and time. Access and things to note when visiting. Ores Gorge can be accessed by bus from Hachinohe City or Tawada City in Aomori Prefecture. Autumn is a particularly popular tourist season, with many tourists visiting at the peak of the autumn leaves. Therefore, it is recommended that you use public transport and arrive early. In addition, the path along the stream can be very humid and slippery in places, so it is best to wear comfortable walking shoes. In order to protect nature, please remember to take your trash home with you and be considerate of the natural environment. Summary. Ores Gorge is a special place where beautiful natural scenery and rich history come together. This mountain stream, which shows different faces throughout the 4 seasons, will give you a new impression every time you visit. This is a must-see spot for those who want to fully experience the natural beauty of Japan. Kakuno Date Samurai Residences, History and highlights of the samurai residences of Kakuno Date, Akita Prefecture. History of Kakuno Date. Kakuno Date is a castle town located in Senboku City, Akita Prefecture, and is a historic town where samurai residences built during the Edo period still remain. In 1602 Kicho 7, a castle was built by Yoshinobu Satake, head of the Satake Kita clan, and the area developed into a castle town. After the Battle of Sekigahara, Yoshiaki was transferred from Hitachi province to Akita and established Kakuno Date as his new territory. Kakuno Date is known as the Little Kyoto of Michinoku, and is characterized by its charming streetscape. The name was chosen because the area has preserved beautiful streetscapes similar to those of Kyoto. Within the town, many samurai residences dating back to the Edo period have been preserved and can still be seen today in almost perfect condition. Places to see. Kakuno Date Samurai Residences. The biggest attraction of Kakuno Date is the samurai residences. There are about 80 samurai residences, some of which are open to the public, allowing visitors to get a glimpse into the lives of the samurai of that time. The main public facilities include the following mansions. Ishiguro House, the oldest surviving samurai residence, it tells the story of Kakuno Date's early town layout. Inside, furnishings and weapons from that time are on display, giving you a real feel for what life was like for samurai. Aoyagi House, one of the largest samurai residences in Japan, with a beautiful garden. There is also a museum on the premises, with a wide range of exhibits relating to samurai culture. Kawabata House. This house retains the architectural style of a samurai residence from the Edo period. And the main room retains the Shoin Zukuri style that is unique to this region. Kakuno Date Cherry Blossom Festival. Kakuno Date is also famous as a cherry blossom viewing spot. In particular, the weeping cherry trees along the samurai residence street are over 300 years old, and their splendor is awe-inspiring to behold. The Kakuno Date Cherry Blossom Festival, held every year from late April to early May, attracts many tourists who want to enjoy the exquisite contrast between the samurai residences and the cherry blossoms. Kakuno Date Historical Village. In addition to the samurai residences, you can learn about the town's history and culture at Kakuno Date Historical Village. Here, old private homes and merchant houses are restored and exhibited, allowing visitors to gain a deeper understanding of life and industry in Kakuno Date. Materials related to the lives and culture of samurai are also on display, allowing visitors to gain a deeper understanding of the history of Kakuno Date. Kodai Yamanotera Ancient Mountain Temple. Located a short distance from Kakuno Date, Kodai Yamanotera is located on a small hill overlooking the town. This place is perfect for a stroll, offering beautiful views of the cityscape of Kakuno Date and the mountains that stretch out behind it. Grave of the Akita Feudal Lord. Kakuno Date is also home to the graves of the successive heads of the Satake clan, the feudal lords of Akita. For history buffs, this is a valuable spot where you can visit the graves of feudal lords and feel their history, culture and traditions. In addition to samurai residences and cherry blossoms, Kakuno Date has many traditional cultures that have been passed down. For example, the local craft, kabazaiku, is made using cherry tree bark, and includes tea caddies, chopsticks, etc. These crafts are also popular as souvenirs from Kakuno Date. Access and things to note when visiting. You can get to Kakuno Date by taking the Akita Shinkansen. There are also direct trains from Tokyo, so access is relatively easy. Also, when visiting a samurai residence, we recommend that you allow yourself plenty of time to enjoy the beautiful gardens on the premises and the exhibits inside the residence. Summary: Kakuno Date is a place where Japanese history and culture remain strong, and its samurai residences and cherry blossoms are especially popular tourist attractions. It is a place where you can have a valuable experience of imagining the lives of samurai in the Edo period while walking through the historical streets. This is a spot worth visiting for foreign tourists who want to learn more about traditional Japanese culture. Lake Tozawa, the history and attractions of Lake Tozawa in Akita Prefecture. History of Lake Tozawa. Lake Tozawa, located in Senboku City, Akita Prefecture, is the deepest lake in Japan, with a maximum depth of 423.4 meters. This lake is a caldera lake formed by volcanic activity about 10,000 years ago, and is characterized by its mysterious blue water. Lake Tozawa is one of Japan's most transparent lakes, and the color of the water changes depending on the angle of the light and the weather. It is also connected to myths and legends such as the Legend of Princess Tetsuko. The Legend of Princess Tetsuko. Lake Tozawa is home to the ancient legend of Princess Tetsuko. According to legend, a beautiful girl named Tetsuko lived by the lake. In her quest for eternal beauty, she drank water given to her by the mountain god and became a dragon, living ever since at Lake Tozawa. Princess Tetsuko is worshipped as the guardian deity of the lake, and a statue of her has been erected on the lakeside. Places to see. Statue of Tetsuko. The statue of Tetsuko, which can be said to be the symbol of Lake Tozawa, stands shining golden on the lakeside. This statue was created based on the legend of Princess Tetsuko and symbolizes the beauty of the lake and the mystique of Princess Tetsuko. It is a popular photo spot for tourists and a must-see when visiting Lake Tozawa. Natural beauty around Lake Tozawa. The area around Lake Tozawa is blessed with beautiful natural scenery, with the mountains and forests surrounding the lake showing different faces throughout the seasons. In autumn, the surrounding mountains are especially beautiful, with their colorful foliage creating a beautiful contrast with the lake. In winter, the snowy scenery spreads across the ground, and you can enjoy a fantastic atmosphere in silence. Gozanoishi Shrine. Located on the shores of Lake Tozawa, Gozanoishi Shrine is a shrine dedicated to Princess Tetsuko and is worshipped as the guardian deity of the lake. The shrine's name comes from a large stone on the lakeside called Gozeishi, where Princess Tetsuko is said to have sat and gazed out over the lake. The shrine grounds offer a panoramic view of the lake, and it is popular as a power spot for worshippers. Lake Tozawa Observation Deck. There are several observation decks overlooking Lake Tozawa, and the view from the Lake Tozawa Observation Deck is particularly spectacular. From the observation deck, you can see the entire lake and the surrounding mountains, allowing you to fully enjoy the beauty of Lake Tozawa. For tourists, this is also a good place to take photos. Lake Tozawa Onsen Village. There are hot spring resorts scattered around Lake Tozawa, and Lake Tozawa Onsen Village in particular is a popular spot where you can enjoy the hot springs while looking out at the lake. You can spend a luxurious time soaking in the hot springs and enjoying the beautiful scenery of the lake. Lake activities. Lake Tozawa also offers a variety of lake activities, including boating and kayaking. Lake Tozawa looks different when seen from above, and the crystal clear water and the surrounding nature can be experienced up close, making it popular with activity-loving tourists. Cycling and hiking. There are cycling and hiking trails around Lake Tozawa, and cycling around the lake is a popular activity for enjoying nature to the fullest. The path along the lake is relatively flat, so even beginners can enjoy it easily. Access and things to note when visiting. Lake Tozawa can be accessed by bus from Tazawako Station on the Akita Shinkansen line. If you are visiting by car, there are parking lots in the surrounding area, so access is relatively easy. When you visit, you can fully enjoy the charms of Lake Tozawa, which has different scenery depending on the season, so if you plan to take a walk around the lake and relax in the nearby hot springs, your trip will be even more fulfilling. Summary. Lake Tozawa is a special place with mysterious beauty, deep history and legends. The beautiful natural scenery and the spots related to the legend of Princess Tetsuko will impress all visitors. Lake Tozawa is a must-see destination for foreign tourists who want to experience Japan's natural beauty and legendary culture. Ginzan Onsen. History and highlights of Ginzan Onsen. In Yamagata Prefecture. History of Ginzan Onsen. Ginzan Onsen is a beautiful hot spring town located in Obanazawa City, Yamagata Prefecture, and its history dates back to the Sengoku period about 500 years ago. This hot spring area was originally developed as a silver mine called Nobuzawa Ginzan, and hence came to be called Ginzan Onsen. Mining at Nobuzawa silver mine was active from the late Muromachi period to the early Edo period, and at its peak many miners gathered there, leading to the development of a hot spring resort town in the surrounding area. Even after mining of the silver mine ended, development as a hot spring resort continued, and from the Meiji period to the early Showa period, the hot spring town, lined with beautiful multi-story wooden inns that can be seen today, was formed. These buildings strongly retain the atmosphere of Taisho-era romance, allowing you to experience the atmosphere of a good old Japanese hot spring resort. Places to see. Attractive architecture in hot spring towns. The biggest attraction of Ginzan Onsen is the group of beautiful wooden inns that line the hot spring town. These inns, built from the Taisho period to the early Showa period, are all multi-story wooden structures, and at night they are lit by gas lamps, giving the entire hot spring town a nostalgic atmosphere. Especially in winter, the snowy scenery makes it look like a scene from a movie. Foot baths and walks along the river. Along the Ginzan River that runs through the center of the hot spring town, there is a foot bath spot that you can use for free. While strolling along the river, you can enjoy the steam from the hot springs and the charming townscape, allowing you to spend a relaxing time away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. As you walk along the river, you will come across the exteriors of historic inns and paths that exude a unique atmosphere, making the whole town a tourist attraction. Ginzan River and Silver Falls. The Ginzan River, from which Ginzan Onsen takes its name, flows through the center of the hot spring town. This river is a beautiful, clear stream that flows from the surrounding mountains, and upstream is the Shirogane Falls. This waterfall has a drop of about 22 meters, and in winter it turns into a frozen waterfall, creating a fantastic sight. The path to the waterfall is a short walk and is easily accessible from the hot spring town. Historical hot spring inns and open-air baths. Ginzan Onsen has many historic hot spring inns, each with its own unique features. For example, Nokuya Ryokan has a history of over 350 years and is characterized by its wooden architecture and warm interior. Many of the inns have indoor and outdoor baths, allowing you to enjoy the waters of Ginzan Onsen to your heart's content. There are also facilities where you can take a day trip to enjoy the hot springs. Cafes and souvenir shops in the hot spring town. Ginzan Onsen is dotted with not only hot spring inns, but also quaint cafes and souvenir shops. This cafe, renovated from an old house, serves dishes and sweets made with local ingredients. There are also many shops selling handmade crafts and local specialties that are unique to hot spring towns. So we recommend purchasing some souvenirs to commemorate your visit. Access and things to note when visiting. Ginzan Onsen can be accessed by bus from Oishida Station on the Yamagata Shinkansen. If you are coming by car, there are parking lots in the area, but you will need winter tires due to the heavy snowfall in winter. Winter is a particularly popular time to visit, when the snowy scenery and the illuminated hot spring town create a magical sight. Summary: Ginzan Onsen is attractive as a historic hot spring resort and a beautiful hot spring town with a Taisho-era romantic atmosphere. A stroll through the hot spring town, a foot bath along the river, or a stay at a historic hot spring inn provide visitors with healing and relaxation. Especially for foreign tourists, it is a rare spot where you can enjoy Japan's traditional hot spring culture and nostalgic scenery at the same time. Matsushima, History, and Attractions of Matsushima, Miyagi Prefecture. History of Matsushima. Matsushima is located in Matsushima Town, Miyagi County, Miyagi Prefecture, and has long been known for its beautiful scenery as one of the 3 most scenic spots in Japan. The name Matsushima comes from the fact that it is dotted with over 260 small islands covered in pine forests. Matsushima has a long history, with its beauty already recorded in documents from the Heian period. In particular, it is known that Minamoto no Yoshi visited Matsushima and highly praised its magnificent scenery. Even after the Kamakura period, many military commanders and aristocrats visited Matsushima and enjoyed its scenery. Development in the Edo period. During the Edo period, Date Masamune developed Matsushima and established its foundation as a tourist destination. Masamune invited many cultural figures and artists to spread the beauty of Matsushima, developing it into one of Japan's leading tourist destinations. Historical buildings built during this period, such as Zuiganji Temple and Godeido Hall, still retain their original form today. From the modern era to the present day, since the Meiji period, Matsushima has further established itself as a tourist destination, attracting many travelers. Even after the war, its beauty has not changed and it continues to be loved by many tourists. Today, Matsushima, where tradition and modernity blend together, is an attractive spot for tourists from both within Japan and overseas. Places to see. Matsushima Bay Cruise. Tourist boat trips around Matsushima Bay are a popular activity that allow you to view the beautiful islands of Matsushima from the lake. Especially in the morning and evening, you can enjoy the scenery that changes depending on the light. The Pine Islands of Matsushima, as seen from a cruise ship, show different faces throughout the seasons, captivating visitors. Zuiganji Temple. Zuiganji Temple is one of the most important temples in Matsushima, and was founded by Date Masamune in 1602. There are many national treasures and important cultural properties, and the beautiful gardens and architecture are highlights. In particular, buildings such as the Main Hall, Sanman Gate, and Tower Gate are of great historical value and are well worth a visit. Godeido. Godeido is one of the most iconic buildings in Matsushima Bay. A 5-tiered roofed tower built on a cape. It creates a mysterious atmosphere, and at dusk in particular, a beautiful silhouette is reflected on the lake surface. Godeido is also a popular photo spot that represents the Matsushima landscape. 2.4 Entsuin Temple. Entsuin Temple is an affiliated temple of Zuiganji Temple, and is characterized by its stroll-style garden with a pond. Flowers and trees of every season are beautifully arranged, making it enjoyable just to stroll around. Many tourists visit the area especially during the cherry blossom season in spring and the autumn leaves in fall. Cafes and shops near tourist attractions. Matsushima has many cafes serving dishes made with local ingredients and shops selling traditional crafts. It's a great place to buy souvenirs, especially seafood and local Japanese sweets. Matsushima's seasonal charms. Matsushima shows different beauty in each season. Spring cherry blossoms and fresh greenery decorate the lake and islands. Summer enjoy lush scenery and cruises. Fall vibrant foliage envelopes the lake and pine trees. Winter snowy landscapes and frozen lakes create a fantastical landscape. Access and things to note when visiting. Matsushima can be accessed by train or bus from Sendai City. The Junior Senzen line runs from Sendai Station to Matsushima Kaigan Station, and the journey takes about 40 minutes. If you are coming by car, you can access the area from Matsushima IC on the Tohoku Expressway. Please note that the area can get very busy during peak tourist seasons, especially in spring and autumn, so we recommend you plan your visit and make your hotel reservations early. Also, to fully enjoy the beauty of Matsushima, it is important to plan your walks and cruises with plenty of time. Summary: Matsushima is one of Japan's leading tourist destinations, with its overwhelming natural beauty and historical background. The islands of Songdo Bay, historic temples, and beautiful seasonal scenery provide visitors with a variety of attractions. Matsushima, where culture and nature come together, is a must-see spot for travelers who want to experience the beauty of Japan. By visiting Matsushima, you will gain a deeper understanding of Japan's traditional culture and natural beauty, and have a wonderful and memorable experience. Rishikuji Temple, history and highlights of Rishikuji Temple. In Yamagata Prefecture, history of Rishikuji Temple. Rishikuji Temple is a Tendai sect temple, located on the mountainside overlooking the Yamagata Basin in the eastern part of Yamagata City, Yamagata Prefecture. Also known as Yamadera, Mountain Temple, it is a beautiful temple built in the mountains, as its name suggests. Rishikuji Temple was founded in 860 by Jikaku Daishi Enin, the founder of the Tendai sect. During the Heian period, Enin visited this place while traveling through Oshu. And it is said that he felt it was a sacred place, so he built a temple on the mountainside. Rishikuji Temple flourished as a religious center in the Tohoku region from the Heian to the Kamakura periods. During the Sengoku period, it was protected by the surrounding feudal lords and played an important role as a base for the region. Basho's visit during the Edo period. The haiku poet Matsuo Basho visited Rishikuji Temple during his journey on the Hosomichi of the Deep North. He wrote a famous haiku on the occasion, the silence of the cicadas' voices seeping into the rocks. This poem describes the tranquil atmosphere of Rishikuji Temple and its harmony with nature, and even today, many people are inspired by this poem and visit the temple. Places to see. Sanman Gate. The Sanman Gate at the entrance of Rishikuji Temple is the symbol of the temple. Once you pass through this gate, the path to the temple grounds opens up, and from here the journey up the steep stone steps begins. 1,000 stone steps. The stone steps leading to the grounds of Rishikuji Temple total approximately 1,000 steps. By climbing these stone steps, visitors can gradually feel the spiritual energy of the mountain and have a spiritually cleansing experience. The stone steps are surrounded by moss-covered rocks and trees, allowing you to enjoy beautiful scenery throughout the seasons. Kanponchudo. Kanponchudo is the main hall of Rishikuji Temple, and is designated as an important cultural property. This hall enshrines Yakushi Nyorai, the principal image of Rishikuji Temple. Yakushi Nyorai is said to have the benefits of healing illness and praying for health, and is visited by many worshippers. The building itself has great historical value and is a symbol of Rishikuji Temple. Okunoan. If you continue climbing the stone steps, you will reach the inner sanctuary. From here, you can enjoy a spectacular view of Yamadera, Yamagata City, and the surrounding mountains. The inner sanctuary is filled with a solemn atmosphere, with many stone Buddha statues and memorial towers. Godeido. The Godeido, which can be considered the observation deck of Rishikuji Temple, is a building built on a cliff, and the view from here is truly spectacular. You can get a panoramic view of the Yamagata Basin and Yamagata City, and a beautiful panorama unfolds, especially during the autumn foliage season. The Godeido Hall is also a popular photo spot and an inspiring place for all visitors. Basho's Haiku Monument. To commemorate Basho's visit, a monument bearing one of his famous haiku poems was erected within the temple grounds. This monument is a must-see for many literature and history buffs. Access and things to note when visiting. Rishikuji Temple is about a 10-minute walk from Yamadera Station on the Junior Senzen Line. The path from Yamadera Station is relatively flat, but the stone steps inside the temple can be steep and rough in places, so we recommend wearing comfortable walking shoes. Climbing and descending the stone steps requires physical strength, so it is important to be well prepared. Summary: Rishikuji Temple is one of Japan's most sacred places, combining a historical background with a beautiful natural environment. The experience of purifying the body and mind while climbing the 1,000 stone steps, admiring the magnificent scenery and reflecting on history is deeply moving for visitors. As Matsuo Basho's haiku indicates, Rishikuji Temple continues to be loved by many people as a place where you can feel the poetic spirit of Japan. By visiting Rishikuji Temple, you can enjoy both traditional Japanese temple culture and the beauty of nature. Zao Onsen and Zao no Okama, Yamagata Prefecture 1. History of Zao Onsen. Zao Onsen is a historic hot spring resort located in Yamagata City, Yamagata Prefecture, and is known as one of the oldest hot springs in Japan. The hot springs were discovered about 1,900 years ago, and they already had a history as a therapeutic hot spring resort during the Asuka period 593 to 710. An old legend has been passed down about the origin of Zao Onsen. It is said that Zao Onsen was founded when a mountain ascetic priest discovered a hot spring. Guided by a white wolf while undergoing training on Mount Zao and used the water. This hot spring is said to be particularly effective for skin diseases and neuralgia, and many people now visit. From the Edo period to the present. During the Edo period, the area's status as a hot spring resort was established. And it became bustling with many visitors seeking therapeutic baths. Since the Meiji period, Zao Onsen has developed into a ski resort, and the combination of skiing and hot springs has become popular. Nowadays, many tourists visit throughout the year to enjoy the hot springs and the outdoors. Zao no Okama is a volcanic lake. Located in the center of the Zao mountain range, and its official name is Go-Shikanuma. The lake is part of the Zao mountain range and was formed by volcanic activity. The name, Okama, comes from the fact that the shape of the lake resembles a kettle. Okama is a lake inside a caldera formed by the eruption of Mount Zao, and is known for the changing color of its water. The color of the lake surface changes to various colors such as blue, green, and emerald green depending on the season, weather, and time of day. This is the reason why it is called Five-Colored Lake, and its beautiful scenery changes every time you visit. Historical background: Mount Zao has been an object of worship since ancient times. And many ascetics have traveled to this mountain to practice their religious training. The worship of Zao Daegungan, which enshrines Zao Gongan, is linked to mountain worship and is still deeply rooted among the local people today. Places to see: Zao Onsen Town. Zao Onsen Town is lined with historic hot spring inns and ryokans, creating a picturesque landscape. There are public baths scattered throughout the center of the hot spring town, and the three baths, Kamiyu, Shimoyu, and Kawaryu, which retain the atmosphere of a hot spring resort, are popular spots among locals. The hot spring water is highly acidic and has a sulfurous scent that is said to have skin beautifying effects. Zao Ropeway. There is a ropeway that runs from Zao Onsen to the middle of Mount Zao. As you approach the summit by ropeway, you will arrive at a spot where you can enjoy a panoramic view of the majestic mountain ranges and the Okama crater of Zao. Especially in autumn, the mountains are covered in autumn leaves, allowing you to enjoy the magnificent natural beauty. Okama Observatory. If you want to see the Okama crater of Zao, you can't miss the Okama Observatory. From the observation deck, you can get a panoramic view of Okama, and if the weather is good, you can enjoy the beautiful colors of the lake's water. It is crowded with tourists from spring to autumn, but in winter it is closed off by snow, allowing you to view the crater in the quiet surroundings of nature. Zao Ski Resort. Zao Onsen is also famous as a resort area where you can enjoy skiing and snowboarding in the winter. In particular, the fantastic scenery created by the frost-covered trees. Ice monsters is known as a rare natural phenomenon around the world and attracts many skiers and tourists. During the ski season, a frost-covered tree illumination event is held, allowing you to enjoy a fantastic nighttime view. Zao Daegungan. In Zao Onsen Town, there is a shrine dedicated to Zao Daegungan. And it is a place where you can feel history and faith. It has long been treasured by local people as a center of mountain worship, and is visited by people seeking spiritual healing along with the hot springs. Access and things to note when visiting. The most common way to access Zao Onsen and Okama is by bus or car from Yamagata Station. About 40 minutes by bus from Yamagata Station. Get off at Zao Onsen Bus Terminal, bound for Zao Onsen. About 35 minutes by car from Yamagata Zao IC, on the Yamagata Expressway. About 20 minutes by car from the Tohoku Chuo Expressway, Yamagata Kaminoyama IC. Please note that there is a lot of snow in the winter, so you will need winter tires and chains to access the area by car. The area around Okama is particularly high in altitude and the weather can change easily, so we recommend checking the weather forecast before visiting. Summary: Zao Onsen and Zao no Okama are representative tourist destinations in the Tohoku region, interwoven with history and nature. By relaxing your body and mind in the hot springs and gazing at the mystical scenery of Okama, you can fully enjoy Japan's rich nature and culture. In winter, you can enjoy skiing and viewing frost-covered trees, so it is a spot where you can experience the charms of each season. Tashirajima, Miyagi Prefecture 1. History of Tashirajima. Tashirajima is a small island located in Ishinomaki City, Miyagi Prefecture, and is known worldwide as the Cat Island. The island's main industry is fishing, and it is famous for the large number of cats that live on the island along with its residents. Historical background: Shirajima has a long history and has developed alongside the fishing industry. The reason why many cats were kept as pets on the island dates back to the time when the fishing industry was thriving. On the island, cats were valued for their ability to eradicate rats that chewed on fishing nets, and the cat population gradually increased. Cats are considered lucky creatures by fishermen and have been cherished as guardians of the island. Disaster and recovery: in the Great East Japan earthquake of 2011, Shirajima was also hit by the tsunami. But the islanders and cats were safe, and even after the disaster, many tourists have started to visit. After the earthquake, the area recovered along with tourism, and is still loved by many people today as Cat Island. Places to see: spending time with cats. The biggest attraction of Shirajima is the interaction with the cats all over the island. If you take a stroll around the island, you can see cats relaxing. The cats are used to the island's residents and visitors, and tend to be friendly. It is a popular healing spot for cat lovers. Cat Shrine Daimyojin. The cat shrine in the center of the island is the symbolic spot of Shirajima. This shrine is a symbol of the fishermen's history of caring for cats, and they are worshipped as the guardian deities of the island. Many cats live at the shrine, and you can worship with them. Visiting the cat shrine is a popular activity among tourists. Manga Island. Shirajima is home to a unique facility called Manga Island. This facility is also known for having been designed by Shitaro Ishinomori, a manga artist from Miyagi Prefecture, and serves as a tourist hub for the island. Manga Island hosts manga-related exhibitions and events, and is designed to entertain visitors. You can also stay in a cat-shaped cottage and fully enjoy the charm of Cat Island. Beautiful nature on the island. Shirajima is also blessed with beautiful nature. There is a walking trail that circles the island, and you can experience the rich nature by strolling along the coastline and through the forest. In particular, the sunset scene from the coast and the lush forest scenery are breathtaking and soothing to the soul. Access and things to note when visiting. Shirajima can be reached in about an hour by ferry from Ishinomaki City, Miyagi Prefecture. Ferries are operated by the Ejishima Line in Ishinomaki City, and day trips are also possible. However, due to limited ferry service, it is important to check the schedule in advance. Summary: Shirajima is a relaxing place to spend time with cats, and a spot where you can experience island life in harmony with nature. This is a perfect destination for cat lovers, as well as those who want to enjoy a quiet island time. The warm atmosphere in which the whole island comes together to welcome tourists continues to attract visitors. Aizu Wakamatsu Suruga Castle, Fukushima Prefecture 1. History of Suruga Castle. Construction: Suruga Castle was built in 1589 by Gamo Ujisato. Ujisato was a powerful feudal lord during the Sengoku period, and built this castle to strengthen his control over Aizu. Aizu War. The castle was an important battlefield during the Aizu War of 1868 to 1869, as part of the Boshin War. During this period, known for fighting against the new government forces, the castle came under heavy attack but eventually surrendered. Reconstruction: Suruga Castle was rebuilt in 1950 by local people and related parties during the post-war reconstruction period, and was rebuilt faithfully to its original form. The exterior is characterized by beautiful white plaster walls and a red roof. Highlights: Castle Tower. The Castle Tower, the symbol of Suruga Castle, features beautiful white walls and a red roof and stands out even from afar. From the Castle Tower, you can get a panoramic view of Aizu Wakamatsu City and the surrounding mountains. The Suruga Castle Tower is now the Wakamatsu Castle Museum, where you can experience the hidden stories of history through digital technology and enjoy the castle with all five senses. You can enjoy a story hidden in history with all five senses, as if it transcends time and space. Access and things to note when visiting. Take the Tohoku Shinkansen to Koriyama Station, then transfer to the Banetsu West Line to Aizu Wakamatsu Station. From Aizu Wakamatsu Station, you can access Suruga Castle by bus or taxi. Take the Tohoku Expressway, exit at Koriyama IC, then take National Route 49 to Aizu Wakamatsu City. Suruga Castle has its own parking lot, but it can get crowded, so we recommend arriving early. Suruga Castle's Castle Tower is usually open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., but may change depending on the season or special events. We recommend checking the official website before visiting. It can be crowded during tourist seasons: cherry blossom viewing in spring, autumn foliage viewing in autumn, etc. It is expected to be particularly crowded on weekends and holidays, so if you come early you may be able to see the exhibits smoothly. Summary. Suruga Castle offers many attractions, not only with its beautiful exterior but also with its deep historical background. When you visit, be sure to also enjoy the exhibits inside the castle and the surrounding historical sites. These spots are all places where you can enjoy the beautiful nature and history of the Tohoku region. It is especially recommended for those who want to enjoy a quiet and relaxing trip as there are few tourists.